Duckett and Hamid, mammoth stand guides Notts beyond 400. Nottinghamshire make the short jaunt down the Brian Clough Way to take on local East Midlands rivals Derbyshire. The visitors are sitting pretty at the top of Division 2, having lost just once all season. Promotion is their aim, a third win of the campaign the target for the hosts. Notts won the toss and captain Stephen Mullaney didn't hesitate to put his side into bat. Slater and Hamid established themselves early in the innings as they got the visitors off to a solid start. With 50 looming, Derbyshire struck. Slater caught behind off the bowling of Anuj Dal. A frustrating day for the opener, nowhere near his fluent best with 12 off 39. Duckett's first job was to bring up the team half-century. His first scoring shot, a well-timed flick off his pads to the boundary. Notts had started to move a bit quicker now, Hamid really starting to dish out the punishment as he moved towards 50. Duckett was asserting himself out there, scoring at more than a run a ball, Notts really stamping their authority on the innings now. When Hamid unfurled a lovely drive to Rees to find the ropes for the 11th time so far in his innings, he'd moved to 50 off 78 balls, and the second wicket stand matched his return. It also put them one away from three figures, a mark reached with the very next ball. And Notts were untroubled all the way through to the break. The first session theirs, the score 115 for 1 at lunch. Notts continued to take advantage of the batting-friendly conditions, Hamid's fine form going on, and Duckett was now starting to think about joining his colleague on a half-century. Duckett took the value of the partnership to 100 with 4 off the bowling of Scrimshaw, and then he calmly worked Connors off of his hit for 1 to reach 50, and in the process he brought up the 150 for his side. And the second wicket partnership went from strength to strength, worth 150 with another Duckett boundary, the number 3 closing in on his colleague now. He was the man to move Notts to 200 as well. Another 4 off Rees earned them more batting bonus points. Duckett moved past Hamid. He was the first of the pair to go to 100, scored off just 118 balls, and reached with a 4 off McKiernan. Hamid joined him. His ton scored off 153 balls. A single off Scrimshaw, all that he required. All the signs were ominous for Derbyshire now. The ball disappeared to the ropes again off Hamid, this time to take the partnership to 200 as his side closed in on 250, which he took them to with a single off McKiernan in the very next over. Classy stuff from Notts, aided by a wicket offering little assistance to the Derbyshire attack. Hamid and Duckett still together at tea, the score 283 for 1. It wouldn't be long before that was 300. Notts now starting to disappear into the distance, the partnership worth more than 250, and Duckett was heading for 150, which he brought up in characteristic style. Aitchison flicked through the leg side for his 23rd 4. Nothing Derbyshire tried came off. Hamid took the value of the stands to 300 off 387 balls. The score was now pushing towards 350. It was truly dominant batting from the pair, and Duckett was rewarded with 200, brought up in sparkling fashion, sweeping McKiernan away to go to the landmark off 224 balls. There was no let-up from Notts. McKiernan hammered for 6 as Hamid pushed towards 150 of his own. Duckett took them to 400 with yet another boundary, this one off Connors, a quite remarkable return on day 1. Before attention turned back to his partner, a leading edge, a single for Hamid, up to 150 off 257 balls. By the time they wandered off, Hamid and Duckett had already set a new record for a Notts partnership against Derbyshire, and were now just 3 away from equalling the club record for the second wicket. The score was a huge 439 for 1. They'd taken total control of the match on day 1, piling them on and showing little mercy to Derbyshire, who'll do well to take anything out of this match now, and they look set to have to bat in significantly less conducive conditions than their visitors had enjoyed. It could be a long 3 days for the hosts.